my dear Pisces, this is a reading about what the person most on your mind would want to happen between you two with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And I read in the order of birthdays, and this time I wish happy birthday to Taurus. I hope you like the Taurus display that shows some of the cultures that have worshipped the cow or the bull. And as an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a 4 elements reading up. Why do I struggle to release attachment? For the full members to this channel. And a love and career reading is up for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I use the Steampunk Tarot with Barbara Moore, and I will start shuffling your cards. When I open your deck here, I see Temperance card together with the 9 of Cups. So it seems like this person is feeling very passionate during this time. They want something to happen. They want to live life fully. They want to spread their wings and have beautiful experiences. It's in these kind of situations we usually book a trip, or decide to go on a date or something similar to that. I call the Divine with Love and Light, and here we have an Ace of Cups with the 9 of Cups. I think this person is taking good care of themselves, practicing self-love and making themselves ready to also love another person deeply. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here comes the 10 of Cups with the Ace of Cups. When we love ourselves, when we can forgive ourselves the problems we have caused ourselves and others, the mistakes we have made, and see the world with a little bit of humor, and understand that we are not supposed to be perfect, and we need to give ourselves some space or a moment to be able to breathe or whatever, then we are also ready to love another person in that way. We don't become over-controlling. We don't try to micromanage everything they say and do. We allow them to be themselves as we are allowing ourselves to be ourselves. And it's easier to do that when we enjoy our life. When we feel like I'm almost going to burst down to tears any second, we get irritated by the smallest thing. But when we are in this allowing kind of energy, we are much more resilient and much more patient with people around us. So I'm feeling a big burst of energy and love from this person. I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Knight of Pentacles together with Ace of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles is putting a little bit like a damper on things, but it doesn't mean that there's something bad. It's just that this person have all these feelings inside of them, all these epiphanies, all these insights that they have made, but they might not have been sharing this with you just yet. Maybe you don't know about their transformation. Maybe you don't know how much they have worked with themselves. Maybe they haven't revealed this to you just yet. Okay. So I think they have been working a little bit undercover with dealing with themselves and their own energies, and starting to come out on the other side much more happy, much more relaxed, much more full of love for themselves. So 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Pisces viewers. I want my dear Pisces to have love in their life, Pisces, and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I will tune in for a few seconds to you, the person most on your mind, and what this person would want to happen between you two. Okay, this is the most likely action and the evolution of your relationship. This is what they would want to happen. And we have a 10 of Wands. I actually feel like this is you. Maybe you have a little bit different view of them than what I just painted. Ten of Wands. It's almost like all your memories from this person is dropping by you, and see if you care. Okay, we'll see where it goes. And this is the most likely action, and we have the Devil. So I think together with you that they are being drawn into their old dynamic. Maybe you have seen they have done the same stupid thing over and over again. And just because you expect it, they can't help but, you know, just falling back into their old pattern when they are with you. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm not understanding the whole story just yet, but I'm just seeing that. I can take an example. I am scared that people will mess up some of my stuff. For example, you know, my stable, my horses, chickens, important trees and things in my garden. I don't want anyone to, you know, drive over them with a lawnmower, things like this. I don't tell this that often, however, because I want to be like a non-dramatic, collected kind of human being. But people have the tendency to, you know, drive over my most precious flowers, or, you know, do something else, drive over some fence or something with the tractor or something similar. And often, you know, the things that I cherish the most and, you know, have put a lot of love into. And it's not just people, it's actually, you know, storms, things like this. So I recognize this to be my pattern. And I see that you have a similar pattern because of your experience from the past. You expect the worst and you probably get the worst. So even if the person has really transformed, when they come together with you, they can't help but falling into the same, you know, if I would be with a person that's, you know, they are really skilled, they are very exact, they don't do mistakes. If they come and help me, they will probably start do some mistakes. Okay, so I'm just saying, I think this is a little bit what's going on. This is their intentions, Page of Pentacles. So they are prepared to make a new entrance and to bedazzle you with their new insights here. Nine of Pentacles. This is their feelings. And they feel as if you are a little bit hard to impress. You know, you have most of your things figured out yourself. You don't really need them, maybe. You know, you have already made the beautiful garden and the beautiful gate here, and you have already trained this. So what can they add to this situation? We'll see. And this is how they view you. Ace of Swords. You see every impurity with them, everything that's where they're a little bit insecure, where they haven't really looked at themselves 100%. So you see all the good things that they have done, but then you, but that thing, what about that thing? You haven't really worked with that just yet. And it's not really that you're saying that, it's just you looking at them and then they know. It's almost telepathic going on between you. So even if you don't, maybe you want to keep it inside, you don't want to, you know, tell them what their shortcomings, because, you know, you're a bigger person than that. They still know. So this is how they view the relationship. Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords. It's no pleasing you. Basically, they, whatever they do, how much, like they have made 10 attempts here, they still fail. Okay. And this is what they would want to happen. Eight of Wands. They would so much want to impress you, wants to show you, you know, how they feel inside, want to share their happiness with you. I think it could help if you worked a little bit with the energy of maybe you have set yourself up to not be disappointed, so you expect the worst from this person. And sometimes that's good, because if we have become somewhat codependent to another person's a lot, like mistakes and issues, we might need to change that by being more outspoken. So I think it's better if you actually not just look at them with this a little judgmental. It's like a side look. You just look at them, oh, you know, it's not going to go well. And if you could more express your fears, instead of being in this high and mighty, judgmental, little bit angry kind of posture, you could be more vulnerable and tell them, for example, that I'm fearful that this will happen. I will let you in and you will do this. I hope it's not going to be like that, but I'm fearful that this is going to happen. Then you have at least put the words to the unspoken thing. The unspoken thing has a tendency to kind of blow up in our face, so it's better to have it spoken. And it can also be a good idea to actually tell the person when they have been doing the wrong thing. Let's say you have paid someone to paint your house, but they have, you know, put paint all over the windows, like a lot of speckles like this over the windows. And you want to be nice, so you don't say anything, but you judge them secretly. It's better if you actually tell them that it's a really nice job, but before you leave, I want you to take away all the drops of color on the windows. So it does. Then it's you know, out in the open. It's not. It's not this telepathic, subconscious, judgmental conversation. It's like straightforward, putting responsibility where it belongs, and you know, and that's what you expect, and it's very clear. It doesn't become these patterns of old drama, karma, trauma. Okay, so if the person does something wrong, say to their face, I don't want to be, I need to phrase this in a good way, that's not too, because you don't want to be criticizing the person. It's easier when it's someone that you have paid, but if it's a friend, if it's a family member or a lover, it's a little bit more tricky. But okay, let's say like this. If we made an appointment and you didn't show up, that's probably going to make me not want to make more appointments with you, because now I'm learning that I can't trust you, and this is not the first time this has happened. So what do you want to do about it? Maybe we can go about it some way like that, and try to be very straightforward, as you know, take away the paint on the windows, but not in a judgmental way. And you know, it's up to the your friend or this lover or the family member if they want to do this or not, but you are not going to engage if the person keeps doing what they did. So it's very good to be very clear, because obviously this person has a possibility here of freeing themselves from some old pattern, but not if you keep them stuck there with your negative expectations. Here we have the Empress, 9 of Wands. So they really respect you. They put you in high esteem. You are like nobody else. You differ from other people. You are more important to them than probably maybe anyone. Okay, and 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups. But they're not forgetting that themselves are important too. 6 of Cups, and they are ready to make like a good new start with you, or make things better this time. 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands. It's this clear communication that doesn't make room for a lot of misunderstandings. So I think this person is, they want this too. They don't want the old pattern with you. They probably know that you have some issues too, and they don't want to be dragged into those, and they want to give this relationship the best chance through great communication. And then we have a 3 of Cups. 3, the Empress, 3 of Cups. You know, trying it out first, not, you know, really deciding, like making big plans, but, you know, trying it out in in small bits and portions, to not make things become get out of hand, and be able to deal with things in these small portions instead of things growing out of proportion. I think about you every day, so they want to have meet you and wants to start having a more committed or deeper relationship with you, but maybe not making promises or taking things too seriously in the beginning doesn't mean that they are not investing themselves or taking responsibility. It's more that if we take it in, we try a little bit at a time. We don't take water over our own head or drown the whole relationship with trying too much at once. I feel you even when we are miles apart. And I'm scared of showing vulnerability. Yes, because then you will see it and you will think that that's a negative thing, and you will be on the lookout if they will do that negative thing, a lot. I cry myself to sleep. I think it's both because they want you so bad, but they also feel misunderstood by you, because you have a tendency maybe to see the worst in them at all times. Okay, let's see here. The Lady of the Gift. Generosity, receiving, withholding. I'm thinking it is with withholding our... here it's... we know something, but we maybe don't tell it. So we need to tell it. In other case, it will cause bitter resentment in either person. Maybe it can cause bitter resentment in you because you have color specked windows, but it can also create bitter resentment in the other person because they know that it was something that you weren't happy with, but you refused to say it. So withholding isn't welcome in her world. So be more outspoken, but in a way that's diplomatic, so people don't become really heartbroken by it. It's more that, okay, so this is what needs to be done, or this is how I feel, and what we can do about it. So this relief of not having, a big problem in front of your face, but no solution. Give them the problem and the solution. Then they can come with their own solution as well, but it's always nice to give an out, okay? Don't forget. So this is a pattern, and a pattern is easily forgettable. It's almost like we just hit the play button and then the old pattern just repeat itself, and we don't even have to be aware. And it's when we're not aware that the pattern repeats. So if we can stay awake and stay on top of this, knowing that we want to fix it, knowing that we have the best intentions, we're not out to get each other, we just want the best thing for the situation or the relationship. Sometimes I need to remind you of a lesson you may have already learned. When I provide you with a familiar situation, will you follow the same path blindly or choose another direction? When you draw the symbol for a reminder, you are being asked to remember all you have learned about life and love up until now. Don't forget what you know already, as it isn't necessary to learn the same thing twice. Then again, how else do you learn, if not for repetition? Keep the faith and be good to yourself. You can always start again if you make a mistake. If you stumble, I will surely catch you. Remember what you know. Don't forget. So try to stay awake and don't become this broody, unhappy person. Try to tell people, the good and the bad, and have a constant conversation. But of course, don't be overly criticizing someone so they will be fearful of moving. It's you can't do anything. You can't take a cup from the cabinet and that will be wrong. And if you sit on that chair, it's wrong too. You don't want to make that kind of environment. But so you need to look at maybe where you might be over controlling, but also where you're holding back too much and maybe need to converse a little bit more and tell people how you want things. Okay, so I would urge you to watch the love reading for May or the what do they want to happen reading from the previous month to get more information about this relationship or this situation. On my first channel page, there's a playlist for your specific astrological sign where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. On the end screen, you will see a link to that playlist, so go and check it out. And if you want to see the channel's readings in advance and ads-free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal readings for elements readings and all signs readings for the full members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And thank you for watching this far. Remember to like and share this video and hit the bell notification on your way out to get updates when the next video is up. Until then, stay blessed and bye for now.